Hey, how's it going, everyone? I've just got some sanding to do on this today. A little bit of sanding, shaping, not too much. Just I tapered this down to my best ability, I think. So I'm just going to notch this to get rid of this little knot here, little lump here. It's kind of got it to go down, and then it's just gone bloop. So I'm just going to try and even that out a little bit with some 80 grit. I'm not going to make this any thinner because I'm going to stain it. So I'd like to maybe try and keep as much wood on there with, without it just being a straight down piece. It was three quarters dry, this stuff, so shouldn't really have any problems with it splitting or anything. I haven't noticed any splits or anything come out in it overnight that it's been sitting here. So I've already made a large cup out of this stuff before, and that didn't split at all either. I'm going to stain it. I'm going to do a little blue. Got blue there. It's just a dark blue, if anything. How you going, Steve? Yeah, I've got blue and magenta. It looks red there, but it's just because it's a rich mix. That's all. So I'm going to do the blue first because it's a darker color, and then knock it off a bit. Yeah, I thought I'd do an early one today, Steve. So I've only got this to do, and I'm going to chuck this back in there too. Finish this off. I give it a couple of coats of lacquer yesterday. I just got to put it back in the lathe and just lightly knock off the first layer of lacquer, eh? So this is something I did like ages ago. I did the Shake Brother. I just made some stains, made some thicker stains to see if they would soak in better, and they did. I tried to do I did magenta first. You can see it there. That's about the only place you can see it other than on the little ring down there. I put the lighter color on first, which was my first mistake. So then I'll put the dark blue over the top, and it just gone. So there's like shades of purple and stuff in there because I didn't let the magenta dry properly. I would have shown. So I'll put a couple of coats of spray on lacquer on it, and I just let that dry overnight to give it its best chance to cure a little bit. It'll just end up having candle wax chucked in it anyway, most probably. What have you been up to, Steve? Oh. Hello.
How you going?
No, can't hear you.
Yeah, rightio, wait on.
All right. That's it. Just say it again.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Rightio.
Amongst the planes and everything today.
Yeah, yeah. G'day, Steve. How are you?
Tried to I'm keeping one of my doors and my shed closed that I'd normally have open to see if it would try and muffle some of the planes and train sounds a little bit.
I doubt that you'll be able to.
Yeah. Plus the
Oh,
Harley that just started.
to any great extent anyway, because they
Oh,
unless you
sorry about
insulate
that.
the shed.
Yeah. Oh, what a larrikin. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, the bloody
Is that
motorbike. I reckon
yeah? Is
he's
that
got
music?
straight out baffles or something.
Is that music too loud in the background or not?
No, you're right. It's fine.
I'll show you what I'm working on at the moment.
All right, I'll flick it back up.
Wait on, I can't get the camera around.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I'm
Wow.
working. Veranda posts.
What's that?
Cypress pines, mongrel stuff. I normally don't turn that, but then the client bought it in, so I've got to turn what he gives me.
Yes. That's a nice size. How many of them you got to do?
This is just a one-off. I've got another 10 coming in this afternoon sometime.
Wow. Hello, Paddy. How you going?
G'day, Paddy.
Yeah. Oh, that'll keep you busy for a while, eh?
Yeah, well, that's why I said I mightn't be here for long, but he's not picking this one up until 3 o'clock, so hopefully I'll have time to do it.
That's all right. You can just point the camera over there if you want. We can watch. You can only try.
I've got a video up of doing a veranda post.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. And I think I looked at the car in the background more, to be honest.
Oh, the old Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love me old cars like that.
My father used to restore a lot of veteran and vintage cars.
Oh, yeah. Is it a crank start?
No, electric start. You going to colour that one, Jay, or not?
Yeah.
Well, remember, put the the blue and the red.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we put the blue on first this time to see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll show you the other one.
Yeah, it actually didn't come out too bad. It doesn't. It's a pity the red didn't come out, but there's a little dash behind you can see. So,
yeah, there's a tiny rim of it down there, look.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Bit of sawdust on it, don't worry about that.
Whoa, jeez. What are you doing out of bed at this time of the morning, Nick?
How you going, Nick? Yeah, because I did it 2 hours earlier too. Maybe that helps.
Oh, yeah, it's midnight over there, I'd say.
Yep. I just thought I only got some sanding to do and I can spend a little bit extra time doing some sanding. How convenient. Nick comes in and I'm only doing sanding.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're on daylight savings at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll get there eventually.
Oh, yeah.
So how you going, Nick? All right or what?
Well, that could be quite true, actually, Nick.
What gives you that idea, Nick? You better do a sanding video.
I have to say that as soon as I see Nick start standing, I'll go and put the kettle on, make a cup of tea. Oh, that's all right, Nick. I'm used to being ignored, so.
What did you say, Robbo?
Oh, Nick said, yeah, I'm good, bud. How's you all? So, howdy, Rob. I almost forgot to say hi to you.
An hour-long sanding video. Does that mean you've cut it down from about 3 or 4 hours?
And I've got to find out. Sorry.
What are you sorry about?
Oh, well, you started talking as I did, I think.
No, I didn't.
Oh, sorry. Rightio. How did you get on with those? Did you get those patches sorted out, did you, Nick? Those pain-killing patches?
Send you a message, Nick, if you don't want to type. Hi.
Turn it off.
Is that a bit easy on typing?
Yeah, okay.
I better put my camera up then so you can see my ugly dial too.
Oh, don't do that.
This is the COVID coiffure, Nick. Haven't been to a barber's for 12 months.
I did offer to come around and cut his hair, but he said no. Hello, State.
You said something about the patches then, Rob.
Sorry?
I think Rob said something about the patch. I was flicking between YouTube and Stream.
Oh, yeah.
So I missed it.
You sound like you're in the bottom of a well, Nick.
No, it's good on the phone.
It's most probably because he's got it on hands-free, Robbo.
All right.
I put myself on mute so you can hear each other.
Yeah, no, I'm still having the volumes right down, Nick.
Might be because of where my phone is.
Oh, it's getting better.
Not bad. I might have a way to fix it.
No, still having trouble. Oh, Stace, I can hear you mumbling in the background there. No, I'll just go and turn my radio off. Wait on.
Watch out, Robbo's got good hearing. He's got a trick, you see, just turns his hearing aids up.
Maybe I should get someone just so I can turn it off. And again.
Can you hear the plane in the background?
Yeah.
It's really loud, eh? I'm going to mute my microphone.
No, it's not loud.
So I'm going to use... Got this. Bit of blue. The Rea's rocking horse shit to see me use blue, so. And a bit of magenta. But it looks like red because it's really thick.
Now that's when he finishes. That's when he finishes mucking around with it.
What are you on about?
Oh, you're taking that long. You're getting up into Nick's grade now for sanding.
I'm just slapping the sand sawdust off, sorry.
Right, 1 sec, I'm still blowing my mic.
Yeah, sorry, Nick. I'm in the same boat as Steve. I can't understand what you're saying, unfortunately.
It's all right, as long as the host can, it's all right. Okay.
No, not really. Still sounds like you're down the bottom of a well or something.
Oi!
Where's Lassie when you need her?
Might maybe just talk a little bit louder, Nick. Just go like
yeah.
this up to the phone and go, is that loud enough for you? I had a couple of half decent pull marks to get out, so I'm sanding them out. That's why I'm taking a little bit longer to sand.
Right. You can get any pull marks in it.
I was mainly explaining it to Robbo because he's have you made a cup of tea yet? I thought you said you make a cup of tea when the sanding starts.
No, there's nothing wrong with sanding.
Still couldn't understand that one, Nick. Sorry.
Oh, true. Right, one sec. I'll jump out and jump back in just in case.
No, that sounds good now.
Just because you got it closer to your mouth, maybe.
Oh, but default. What the hell's default? Speaker.
Forehead cam.
That sounds good.
Forehead is security. That's what it is. So.
I'll just put it like this.
No, like no one can see me, so.
I've got the wrong camera up. Sorry.
That's all right.
You might.
You might lose views when people see me.
Ooh. Hey?
You might lose views if people see me.
There you go, look at that. Advertising.
Are you trying to get a Yorkshire Grit sponsor?
No,
Sorry?
it's gone again.
Don't listen to Robbo, man. Come on.
You're using Manicam?
Many cams, yeah.
Why? StreamYard does it itself.
I couldn't work it. Maybe for the paid version, I suppose, but I haven't bought it yet.
No, you can use StreamYards with multiple cameras quite easy.
Oh no, I'm using the multiple cameras in StreamYard, but I've linked many cams with StreamYard so that I can have my thing scroll across the screen without having many cams open.
Ah, right, I gotcha.
So I don't need no special key or anything like that. It just stays in StreamYard as such.
So basically, all you're using minicams for is the little scrolling bar.
Yeah, pretty much. I haven't paid for it, so when I pay for it, I might utilise it a little bit more. But my computer that I've got out in the shed's it's not exactly great for doing this type of work, so I've tried to keep the amount of programs open while I'm on StreamYard to a minimum.
That's why you just use OBS. It kills all the others and just uses one. Nah.
Honestly, I think I got more pissed off with that program than anything. It's too many options.
It's all too techo for me.
Minicams was pretty much straightforward, you know. There was a bar on the side where I type what I want, and then go to the settings and give it my YouTube account and done. And StreamYard, and that was it.
See, I've been using OBS for years, so I've kind of got used to it. And plus, I've got the patience to sit down and actually stare at it all and work it all out.
Yeah, I couldn't be stuffed with it, eh?
So that's meant to be Desert Ash, I'm taking as that sort of title.
Sorry, what was
Sorry,
that?
Luke.
That blank that you've got on there, that's meant to be Desert Ash.
Yes.
What makes it desert? Because it looks just like ash.
Yeah, oh, it's classed as a weed here, eh? Sid, his job is to go around and find said weeds and cut them down. So then,
Okay.
then he gets all this lovely wood for free, you see.
I say, did you see my video on Friday?
No. Have a train.
Yeah. You should have done.
Was it Friday lunchtime or Friday night?
Friday night, it was just a normal video.
Yeah, no, I didn't see that one.
I'll go back and watch it.
Well, I did
Do
give you
it.
a shout out in it, though.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I
No,
finally
the-
got around to using one of them pieces of wood that you sent me.
Oh, yeah. Hardwood.
I don't know, I couldn't pronounce the one that something had got written on it.
I thought it was Jarrah, but then I found out later that they just call the stakes over here hardwood. They don't actually give them an actual name as such.
Ah.
But either way, it's hard. What to do with it?
Yeah, it definitely seemed harder when I was turning it.
Yeah.
I basically just made it into a handle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, was that the handle for the hairbrush, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did watch that, yep. Yeah, that's some of our softer timber.
Yeah, I'll go back and watch it after this.
Ah, good morning, Woodworking 2020 or 227.
How you going, Louis?
Hey, Louis.
Thanks for coming in. No, we has your daylight savings kicked in yet, Nick?
Yes, it has.
Where you flick it forward an hour or back an hour or something? Yeah.
I think it was forward an hour.
Yeah.
We don't get our full back one until I think.
Oh, our daylight savings changes in a couple of weeks too, so I'll be able to come back and watch the nighttime lives again. I don't mind getting up at 6:30 in the morning and watching them, but 3:30 in the morning's a bit much.
Yeah, there's quite a few lives now. Seems like there's only a few of us doing it, and now everyone's jumping on the live stream. It's all good though, ain't it, really? More entertainment for people.
Say that again?
Like all the lives that are happening at the moment, it's all good. It's more entertainment for people.
polishing the chuck, are you, Joe?
No, I'm doing the very end down here.
Was it still got a flat spot on it or something?
Can I just say or something?
Oh, yeah.
I was just smoothing it. Relax.
Sounded like you were hitting the jaws of the chuck.
A bit of the sandpaper might have, but I was just getting down to that line down there. Right.
Just move your camera back a little bit, Jay. It's too close. A bit more.
I'm gonna have to go to the other. I'm gonna have to go to the other camera because that's its limit on that one.
Oh, all right. Leave it there then.
Leave it there then. All right. I don't think it does anyway. No, that's it. Maybe not so bright.
Right, that should sound better.
Yes, it does.
So I've got some Bluetooth, Bluetooth headset that I normally use on my phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the sound's a lot better now, Nick.
Right, so
I normally forget I've got them. They're normally just hanging up.
I sound alright.
What sort of stains are them?
Homemade. It's cosmetic dye, soap dye, cosmetic dye, and methylated spirits.
So it's going to be a alcohol dye.
Yeah.
Are you going to be chucking sanitizer on it after?
Well, I mean, I've got another colour to put over at top yet.
That's right, because depending on what sanding sealer you've got, it could smear it.
Okay. Yeah, I got no idea what this. Oh, wrong camera. That's why. Yeah, no idea.
Yeah,
Might smear it.
That's a metho-based one. So it will smear it a bit. But are you going to sand that back a bit now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give it another coat just to give it a bit more depth.
It's a nice blue though on that wood.
Yeah, it is actually, and it's got a nice grain in it, that timber too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I'm turning into a smurf.
To be honest, the way that's showing up, I'd just leave it blue.
Yeah, I'm almost tempted to do the same.
I don't mind. I prefer red, but I don't really care. The blue does look nice.
Hello, Dr. Bob. How are you?
Dr. Bob, you join us. How are you?
Howdy.
I'm glad my laser's blue to begin with.
There's always one thing about staining and colouring. You can rub it out and do it again if you have to.
Like that.
Yeah, well, you can't help being messy, I suppose.
I said I'm turning into a Smurf.
Right, well, you're either turning into a Smurf or you've been doing something with a Smurf. Take your pick.
Oh, I'd give it a few minutes before you start sanding.
I'm not
Yeah.
sanding it. I'm just giving it some
It
fresh air.
Oh, yeah, all right. Doesn't dry that quick.
Nah,
I was going to say, it don't really do much.
I've got a fan that blows on my lathe motor, and it actually passes up to any work that's on my chuck as well. So the fan's kind of cool.
Ain't it nice to have a fan? Wish I've got a few. Everyone hates me.
It's only a little one, like a little computer fan, just a tiny one that plugs into the USB port.
Go and pinch the missus hairdryer.
Hey?
Go get a hairdryer.
Hairdryer? Nah. I've got a heat gun. That might do it.
I could do it, but I won't put it too close.
A dusty heat gun. Could be interesting.
I'd stop the live though if you're going to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you later, Paddy. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks,
See
Paddy.
you later.
Have a good day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are.
See, I don't know why, but that looks way better on StreamYard than it does through YouTube.
I think YouTube is actually cutting down their quality size at the moment because of every extra people that's on it from being locked down.
Oh no, I think that's been lifted by now.
No, I checked it the other night and they've dropped it down to 480 instead of 720.
Ah, right.
Probably, as Jay says, they're getting so many on there now that it's overloading their bandwidth.
It's over that on my phone because it's a small screen. Makes it look better.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know if my kitty little video card on this computer is making any easier to look either. It's just a standard business computer. I didn't upgrade the video card or nothing. I put a hard drive in it and put Windows 10 on it, and that was it.
Graphics card wouldn't do much. All that does is take stress off the actual computer.
Yeah. When it comes to this computer to running Messenger and StreamYard and YouTube, it's like there's a bit of a hiccup.
The PC in the workshop was a bit slow, but I've slowly been updating it.
Yep. Do you guys have a second-hand shop you can go for computer parts, like older computer parts?
Yeah, but even there, it can be sometimes expensive.
Yeah.
Mainly because they just want to rip people off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think most of the stuff I've brought has been off eBay.
Oh yeah, cheap enough anyway.
Yeah.
There's no need to rub it in, Bob. We were supposed to have fibre as well.
I got it.
No comment.
No, we had. They started laying them and then they damn all stopped.
You won't have to worry about fibre soon. Especially if this bloody Starlink thing works properly.
Do you know what that was actually aimed at? That's actually aimed at rural communities and communities that can't actually get internet at the moment, that can't get fast internet. So I was kind of hoping that I could get it here in suburbia, but I'm not really too sure if I'm going to be able to now.
No, you should be able to. It's going to be a worldwide thing.
Yeah, it'd be nice, low latency for a change.
It's going to cost a pretty penny, though.
Yeah, he's already chucked up some satellites over Sydney and stuff, so they must be testing it.
I think it's being activated in waves. I think.
Yeah. Some guy did a on YouTube. I can't remember his name at the moment, but some guy did a speed test on there, and it wasn't really much faster than what I'm getting at the moment.
Yeah.
Just the latency was down lower. That's all. The ping was lower. That's the only thing.
I think the only thing that's slowing our internet down is mainly due to the Ethernet cable.
Oh yeah, we got it as a dodgy one or something.
No, it doesn't transfer as quick, and I've got to get a decent port in the PC that'll allow the faster speeds.
Oh yeah.
But well, what I'm working with at the moment, it's still good enough.
Well, I get my internet plan inside in my house is 100 megasecond, and it's 64 megasecond down upload, and in the shed on my Wi-Fi adapter that I've got poking outside my shed, I get 11 megasecond download and 10 megasecond upload, so it's not too bad.
Where are you getting Ethernet cable?
Sorry?
Why don't you get an Ethernet cable or Ethernet cable?
I was gonna, but it was gonna cost me like $60. So I already had the Wi-Fi dongle line around that I bought ages ago. I've got a 6 meter USB cable that's connected to the PC, and then that goes outside the shed, and it sits about 2 meters away from the shed, and I get a good reception. It doesn't, no dropouts, nothing. So because
it works.
my modem is, because it's a cable one, you can't move it because it goes into the wall. As such, it's not. It's really messed up in that sense. The actual cable modem is bolted to the wall, and then a cable comes out of that and goes through the wall and then comes back out. just crazy.
Sounds it.
Did you guys get pay TV, like cable pay TV? Or
No.
Like one you can get installed, because that's what that's what they run our internet through. It's quite
it's the same over here, but we basically just had it for the phone and internet. Yeah,
that's how I had it for ages too, and then they installed a system in Australia here called NBN, and they took away everyone's home phone. Like, you can no longer have a home phone in Australia. You have to have a mobile, or you have to have an internet phone.
No, that's not right, Jay.
Isn't it?
No.
Well,
I've got home phones, but
Yeah, but
the problem is that it works via the internet basically.
Right. Thank you.
And if the power goes out, you lose all your phones and everything as well.
Yeah. Well, you never used to do that.
Yeah, well, that's right. It was on a separate circuit. It was a 36-volt circuit. Yeah, you're about the same as what my wife's internet is at where she works, Robert. She works for a big oil company, and they've got dedicated thingo. 7 seconds to download something like 10 terabytes of information. It's
Jeez.
bloody phenomenal.
Wow.
Jesus.
Can I come and use her internet for a live?
But they put in dedicated optic fibre all the way from Australia to America. It's a dedicated line to them.
Bloody hell. That's having some coin in your pocket, isn't it?
Oh, well, when you've got to get information through rapidly and you have conferencing and all that sort of thing, they need it. It's like talking to people face to face on Zoom and that. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yep. All right. Chopper coming.
So the way you were talking about that, you basically use your home phone through the internet. It's basically having Skype through the phone.
Yeah,
or like Messenger or something.
It's not Skype. It's actually still a telephone service, but it runs through the internet as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's similar. It'd be like a similar thing to like Skype and all them sort of like phone systems.
Similar thing.
Yeah.
I'm not up. I must admit, I'm a technical dinosaur, so I'm not up with all that stuff.
No, I've never heard you say that before.
Oh no. Every time the computer updates, I've got to go through and reset every bloody thing, and it's a pain in the neck.
Yeah, well, you're coming from XP to Windows 10. It's a bit of a jump.
Well, it is, but Windows decides that no, you need these programs on your lathe and on your PC, and I don't.
Yep, I know.
I was going to say, if Microsoft's putting programs into your lathe, Jesus Christ, it must be a decent lathe.
You've probably never seen my place. I'll just change cameras for a minute, and I'll give you a bit of a guided tour around the place, Nick.
Just show him the little piece you're working on at the moment.
Yeah, Henry.
Yeah.
You have to change cameras then, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The camera isn't, the one I'm using for this isn't long enough in the cables. Right now. Yep, rightio. On the right camera. That's what I'm working on at the moment. That's their veranda posts. That's the cupboards over there. This is one of my lathes, just a little one. That's a big Wadkin, goes from there to there. And Henry, the big lathe, it starts there and goes all the way down 40 feet long down to there. So more storage space over there. And most important thing here at the moment, the heater, because it's 7 degrees. Forklift and motorhome out the back there. Probably can't see the motorhome, the sun's shining off it too much. But
you're keen having that motor, that heater so close to the gas bottle.
No, actually it needs to be like that, because otherwise, well, if you have a look, see the bottom of it, it's freezing up. So it's got to have heat on it.
Okay.
But no, it's nothing. And you were talking about fans before.
Yeah.
Wait on.
That big bugger up the back.
Yeah. There's one fan. That's actually an extractor fan that takes the dust out.
There's
Then
one
I've got
here
another.
too, drying the blue.
Yeah, there's another one here. So, yeah, that's my grinder set up there, or one of them. So that's my playpen, gentlemen.
He's playpen, but he doesn't do pens.
No, never made a pen. Don't want to do a pen. Right. Yeah, it is a nice place to work in, I must admit, woodworking. Ah, so you're the one to blame, are you, Bob? Good. Now I've got somebody else to blame. That's what I always say about. That's what I always say about wood turning. There's no.
Oh, what happened? You lost your sound there, Robbo.
Oh, have I? Right on.
Oh, you must have just stopped talking. All right. I think everyone's jealous, Louis. It's a bloody huge lathe. His lathe is as long as my house. Bloody hard to tell when this is dry properly, isn't it?
I've just made everybody green with envy, Blair.
How you going, Blair?
That dry yet, Jay? Should be.
Yeah. No, I removed you from the main screen and you went quiet.
Oh, right.
But it should be dry by now.
Yeah. No, I'm going to have to leave you two in the screen like that because when I drop yous out, I can't hear yous.
Well, that might be a good thing.
Oi.
You talking, are you, Nick? Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jay's messed about with his sound, or was just trying to cock a deafen.
You've gone fuzzy again.
Who's gone fuzzy?
I can hear him fine, Robbo. Just clear the hair away from your headphones. I don't know, maybe turn your speaker up a bit, Robbo.
I've got it up on full volume, but I'm deaf anyway, so.
All right, fair enough.
Geez, you got a lot to answer for, Dr. Bob, I tell you.
Did you rub some cloth out on that? Oh, we're looking.
Sorry, what was that?
Did you run some cloth over it?
No.
Let's get some paper towel or something and just rub it over. If it comes up blue, then it's still drying.
Yep.
Oh, that could be the pigment in the dye coming off too.
Oh, yeah, it could be. Very tricky, that stuff sometimes.
Yeah, it's late for me. It's what, 2:15?
Wow.
I will be heading off soon. I got some.
Yeah. Appreciate you
crap to
coming
do.
in.
Oh, I'm alright for a few minutes.
So I'm getting the consensus that everyone likes this blue, yeah?
Yeah, I reckon it looks rather good, but I'd be interested to see what it'll look like with the red over the top of it as well.
What you could do is, the base of it, just put that red. Put the red over just the base.
Yeah, just to see what it looks like.
Or the rim of the cup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll try it down the base, see what it looks like.
Oh, you beat me by 6 years, Dr. Bob.
Wow, someone in here older than Robbo.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't feel so bad now. It may turn purple, yes, Blair. But what we're hoping is the blue. We tried it yesterday and put the red on first, but that one there. You can see slight traces of red through it, but so we thought we'd do it a different way this time. Put the blue on first.
And the greeny bits you can see in it, that's actually just the pine.
See, some of that could actually tend to depend on what the dye is, because sometimes dye doesn't actually work well with other dyes.
Yeah,
So
it's the same.
Makes it good.
It's from the same company, both colours. So
Has it been
right.
mixed equally?
Yeah. Look. Get the bloody bottle around the right way. It's in there anyway. Do you reckon I'll knock a bit of the blue off or no?
Yeah, I would.
It depends. Are you trying for it to go purple, or are you just trying to get the grain to show up?
Yeah, I would like one colour in the grain, sand it back a little bit, and then get the other colour in the rest of it.
Yeah, you probably do need sand in it then.
Yeah, I go along with that too, Bob. That you're as old as you feel, and sometimes I feel like I'm 110 when I walk out of here. But my brain says I'm 20 years old.
Nice one.
I like that. Email address is older than the internet. Yeah.
I think Robbo's going to use that one from now on.
No, I can't.
So maybe try a bit of this instead of sandpaper.
No, not abrasive enough.
That'll try and seal it.
Well, that's what I did with yesterday's piece.
Because if you ain't got sanding sealer, you can actually put 2 coats of that on, and it'll act like a sanding sealer. What grit's that? Is that 600?
600.
Try a bit low. Try going lower.
Can't see it.
I've got. I don't even think I've got any lower, to be honest.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that too, Bob. I'm involved in quite a few youth sort of activities, so
I've got a 1200.
Okay, that's not low.
That's the wrong way around, huh?
And you got no like 240 or
Yeah, yeah, I got
180.
240. Yeah, yeah. I just thought that would have been too coarse.
No. All you're doing is taking off that
Yeah,
the blue off the top and still leaving the green. 240 will actually take the top cover off and leave the green.
dare I say it, Bob, I was a scout leader for many, many years and heavily involved in a thing out here called Rockestedt, which is young school kids doing dance and theatre type work.
I swear it is me watching YouTube thinking, okay, I'm saying something. Why is it taking so long for something to happen?
Ah,
Then I forget. I've got to look at my phone to see the actual thing that's happening. Yeah, Jay, if you stop that now, you'll see that the grain's still blue, but the rest of it.
yeah.
Yeah, I just got to do that bottom bit.
Yeah, you could have done it with 600, but you'd probably be there for a week.
Oh, that'd suit you, wouldn't it, Nick?
I've got shoes on.
Oh, then you ain't doing it right then. It probably still surprises people that the amount of times I've been barefoot in my workshop, I've never got a splinter.
I think I'd get one in the first 5 minutes I did it.
Unfortunately, around here, you've got to have boots on because we have screws and nails and things lying on the floor. So, and they do go through bare feet.
You need to get a shop lackey.
I used to have a couple at one time.
Poor bastards.
No, I still get along well with all. I still get along well with all my ex-employees. So,
Including the forklift drivers.
well, those dumb bastards.
Oh, I've hit a raw.
They're probably still being nice to you, just in case they need to get a reference.
Well, no, I must admit, Jay knows the story. I did get I had to get a forklift driver for a week or so, and I went through an agency. Now, bear in mind that they were handling 30-foot long bits of timber, and it was raining, so they were slippery as hell, and all in packs. And I asked them, have you ever handled steel or timber in long length? Yeah, no problems, mate. Well, we're on a fairly big block here. We're on half an acre, and our driveway goes out 50 yards behind the truck there, basically 50 feet. The first time he brought the load around, it was spread out from one end right out to the bloody highway. So he didn't last long. Then they sent another one down, and he was just as bad. Like, I wouldn't have minded if they'd said, no, look, mate, I'm not used to handling this sort of stuff. Can you give us a few pointers, I would have said, yeah, shit, no problems, But,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm right,
I can do it. Shut your face. I don't need no help.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. Well, I think that's going to come up really nice, actually.
I think it's going purple already.
I was going to say, that's just turned it purple.
That's all right.
It's turned to purple, but it's looking good. It's definitely highlighted the grain.
Definitely looks like it's going to need a few coats, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and I,
is it me, or does that look pink?
It's a pinky colour, yeah.
Magenta is in between a dark pink and red.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realise that you said it was magenta.
Unfortunately, out here, we cannot get the vibrant colours like you get in England, like with the chestnut stains and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the same position, Bob. This is my confines. We're under stage 4 restrictions. We're not allowed anywhere more than 5 kilometres. And that's only if you really, really, really have to go out. So my day's been spent, which is pretty normal for me anyway. I work at home, so I walk from home to work and spend all day out here. And I miss the teaching and yeah.
Hence the reason why he's in here.
Oh,
Well, his teaching can't be that good then.
What was that?
His teaching can't be that good then. Sorry, I had to.
yes, I must admit I miss the teaching as well. Like, don't mean to make anybody sick, but I got 15 lathes altogether, and
All right, I'm just gonna leave now.
Well-
you know what? Steve found out what it's like to be a naughty boy in the chat last night, yesterday. I put him in timeout for 300 seconds.
Ouch.
He came back in another account. It was pretty
well,
funny.
actually, Bob, what I was going to do is go, yeah, 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 yeah.
Right, someone put Robbo in timeout.
Yeah, definitely. Just mute his microphone. That'll be enough punishment.
Yeah.
I just turn my sound up so it loops through, so it echoes through, you know?
just mute him for 300 seconds. And if it gets that bad, just take him off screen for 300 seconds.
I just won't send him the link.
Yeah.
That'd be classed as permaban then.
I think it's going to be purple, folks.
It looks like it.
You can still see a little bit of blue down the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at the screen when I should be pointing.
Yeah. Don't worry. I do the same thing, Nick. No, look, you need to go down here, you know? And
Hold on, if I do it right, hold on. Yeah. Just about here, there's a bit of blue.
Tickle the top of his head.
The only part I'm really worried about is if I go to point with a chisel, you know, and stab the screen.
Why'd you buy a new computer, Robert? I stuck the chisel through it.
Can you imagine if it come under insurance? Yeah, I'm just going to get a new laptop. Well, what happened to your other one? Let's just say it was an accident with a chisel.
Just say you lent it to someone. Well, either way, I still don't mind the colour. It's not too bad.
I don't know if Nick agree with me. I'd get a cloth and just see if the colour comes down a little bit. Just rub it dry.
Yep.
Yeah. If you just keep rubbing it until no more colour comes off, then you know it's done.
I'm glad Amber's not in here because she'd comment to that rubbing it.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything.
It's hard to tell with the coloured cloth you've got. Yeah, rightio. Yeah, a bit of blue's coming off as well by the look of it. Good.
Oh, are you actually using a cloth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Why?
Get some paper towel.
Ever since Robbo come to my house, that's all I've used is cloth.
No, get paper towel.
Always use cloths.
So I always say use paper towel just in case the paper towel gets caught. If the cloth gets caught.
All right, think of it this way, Nick. You use paper-backed, at least cloth-backed sandpaper most of the time. You use those scouring pads, which in my opinion are worse than cloths. And if you hold the cloth properly, even if it does catch, I've never had my fingers caught. I've still got all of them, just to prove it.
Oh, I've never had anything caught. You just hear all the things people saying.
And the reason that I use cloths is that they hold a quantity of stain and finish in them, so that you're not forever. Paper towels just aren't absorbent enough, in my opinion. And in some cases, the actual little bits of paper come off in the finish. So that's the reason I use cloths on everything.
I say I haven't had any trouble. I say with the scourer stuff, it's not loose enough for it to go anywhere near the chuck, the spinny end.
Yeah, well,
same with the sandpaper. I only use like square, like 2-inch square.
Yeah, no, I fold the cloth up into a pad, like so, and then hold it with my thumb and fingers underneath. I don't know if you can see it. With my thumb and fingers underneath. So that if it does drag, it just pulls straight out. And yeah, sometimes it cleans the lathe off pretty good if it does get caught on a chuck. It goes flop, flop, flop. But, and I'm not having a shot at anybody here, but it'll give the English some more things about, what's he whinging about now? The other thing is too that with the influx of hobby turners in the last 40 odd years, there's been like up until the 90s, for instance, 1990s, it was very, very rare for a wood turner to even wear safety glasses. And in fact, even in the TAFE colleges and that, you never wore safety glasses in a class.
Yeah.
But with the influx of hobby turners coming in, and in a lot of cases, they've never even used a power drill, let alone a lathe or any other machinery. And of course, occupational health and safety has got right on board, and in a lot of cases, not ruined it, but really put things in place. Like I have a machine here. It's a big saw that has a safety guard on it. That if you leave the safety guard on, you cannot use it.
Yeah.
Because the safety guard gets caught on every bloody thing. You can't see where the cut's going. You can't do a thing with it.
I say, I know that's the one thing that as soon as health and safety started coming in, everyone started moaning that they couldn't do half the stuff that they used to do.
Yeah, well, my brother's a classic case in point. He's an electrical engineer and supervisor at, well, he used to work at a big steel mill here at Lysarts. They have big overhead lights. It used to take them 10 minutes to change a light bulb when it blew. It now takes them 3.5 hours and 3 people to change one light bulb.
Nice one.
Because
that answers that joke.
It costs $55,000 to change a light bulb.
Wow.
Because what happens is they've got to shut the plant down. They've got to put barriers in place. There has to be one person, even though the switchboard with the lighting controls and everything is locked and keyed so it can't be opened. They have to have a person standing there. They have to have a person at the bottom of the gantry and a person that goes up to the gantry with safety lines and everything to do the job. And it takes, as I said, it takes so long now.
That's just stupid.
I know, it's gone from the sublime to the ridiculous now.
At least if you turn around and say that joke, how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? At least you can say 3.
Sorry, what was that?
With a joke of how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb?
Yeah,
that's why you can say 3. Answers that joke.
All right, so.
Oh, you better, hey Bob, you better come across to Australia and work with me because I've got real anger management problems sometimes. And yes, Blair, I quite agree with the face shields and everything. I have no qualms about that at all. Like when I'm doing some of the big stuff, I wear face shields all the time and safety glasses underneath. So,
what was that, Nick?
So move the camera back a little bit so people can see like the whole.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon that's looking pretty specky, I reckon.
Should look good when it's finished.
Yeah, once it gets the lacquer on, it'll look very nice.
Yeah. You can just see a little bit of the wood in between the dark and the purple. Just a little bit.
You can see a bit of the blue as well on the rim and on the end base.
Yep. Yeah. It needs to be on a bit of an angle to see that. It's got odd, isn't it? Oh, I think it's pretty dry now.
Was there any more colour coming off when you was rubbing it?
I'll give it one more go. One more rub off.
You're trying to join Nick with the coloured fingernails, are you, Joe?
And I'm going the other way though. I'm doing the Irish version.
No, I thought you was doing it the Aussie way, down under.
Oh.
I'm going to wonder how many purple and blue and red fingerprints are going to be on door handles and things, you know.
No, I think my body heat's pretty much dried it out.
I swear, if you walked into a shop like that, they'd probably just look at you and think, "Oh, he's just been fingerprinted." Came out the shop.
I've been to the printer shop. What are you on about?
We actually use the old 3M system, which used to be called Rakel, but our batteries died about 5 years ago, so now I feed them off the air compressor, similar to a diver's, like a hooker that the divers use.
A diver like a hooker? What?
Well, divers. Abalone.
I switched off when he said hooker.
Abalone divers and everything use what's called a hooker. It's an airline that goes into a face mask so they can breathe. And it's called a hooker.
Like the old days?
No, a bit lighter than the old days. But
well, it must have been if you got a hooker and a diver.
Mm.
Chopper. Chopper, chopper, chopper.
Don't look like there's much coming off that now.
No, I'd say it's just about, I'd reckon it's done. You better hurry up, Blair. Jay, it's nearly lunchtime.
That's why I'm feeling a bit woozy. It is my lunchtime.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon that once that gets a coat of lacquer on it, that's going to look really spiff.
Yeah, sure. Hopefully.
It's a shame you ain't got no aerosol sanding sealer.
Oh no, I'd have to put it into a spray bottle.
No, I mean if you had the canned sanding sealer, you could just spray it on them without actually having to wipe it on.
Yeah, that's the reason that I had to do that too, Bob. I just couldn't get batteries for it anymore. So
sand and sealer now, eh? Not lacquer first.
I'd say sanding sealer because then it'll seal it in.
No.
I must admit, I just go straight with lacquer straight over the top. But my lacquers come out of guns too, so.
Yeah.
So you come in on the right live, Nick.
It must have helped because you said you went early, so I was still awake.
Yep.
That's why I use lacquer straight off, because the sanding sealer tends to pull it off. Because that's the sanding sealer itself that you're using, Jay, is actually metho based.
All right.
Which is the same base as what your stains is.
It doesn't seem like it's done much difference though.
Oh look, this is what it took off though.
That could have just been excess. It don't look like it's actually changed the piece.
Well, we got the seal of approval from Blair's wife anyway, Jay.
Oh yeah, she likes purple then.
You got Yorkshire Grit, ain't you?
Yeah.
Why not stick that on?
Isn't it going to make the colour fade a bit more?
No, you've sealed it. If you put sanding sealer all over it, you can jump straight into the Yorkshire Grit and then lacquer.
Did you just call it Yorkie?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we've been calling it. And we said to someone in here the other day, do you think Glenn will get offended if we call it that?
No, I've said it too. I've said it why Glenn's even been in one of my lives. We even typed it out, Yorkshire Grit.
Oh, the Aussies always either extend a name or shorten it. It's never the same.
And always put a Y on the end of most of it.
Or an O.
Or an O, yeah.
Yorkshire Grit O.
Or Steve-O or Dave-O, you know?
Yeah.
Or Darrow.
Yeah. Oh, gee, thanks. I haven't been called that for ages.
Oh, I've never called you that.
Do you know my uncles, do you?
Nick's had enough, he's leaving.
Oh, Jesus. I hate getting up, but I love sitting back down. At least I'm not being kicked around by my patch today.
No, well, that's what I asked you before about how you went with your patches.
Sometimes I have good days with them. Sometimes it's just one of them days where my patches just wanting to kick my ass.
Yeah.
How long does that last?
Depends.
I think you've got enough on there, Jay, somehow.
I'm just doing the end. Chill, relax, buddy.
So you don't really need that much because as you're cleaning it with a cloth, it moves it.
I thought that was the least I'd ever used, to be honest.
Oh, you should have seen when Stace first used it. It took like a spoon.
It's
We
like the
must have
old.
just got it with a hand. Too much.
It's like the old. It's like the old Brill cream ad, Jay. A little
Yeah.
dab will do you.
Little dab, eh? Oh, that's must be not such a very good idea, is it?
What? Oh, leaving the cloth
No.
around it.
I got the cloth wrapped around the chuck.
Do you know what would be easier than using the cloth? Bit of cardboard.
Yeah, the only problem with me is I'll show you. I've got my monitor stand. It's like right there. So it's like right above my lathe, and it's really tricky to get a piece of cardboard in there. And yeah, so it was just easier for me to have a cloth.
You ain't got to have a big, massive piece of cardboard.
I did.
No, you just got to get like, I don't know, like the side of a box and just cut like a U shape in it, so it can hook behind the chuck.
I might have another go at making another one another day. And it's just that rag's just there, you know. It's just easy to grab and shove in the corner when I'm done with it.
Is that on the slowest speed?
Look at that.
Actually,
Yeah,
has
you
your
probably-
lathe got variable speed?
No, it's a belt drive.
Ah.
Yeah, it's on the second to lowest speed, whatever that is.
Well, Bob, you came out to Sydney at the best time in the late 60s, early 70s.
Did you happen to go to Nimbin, Bob?
You got a fixation with hippie communes, haven't you?
Oh, I want to visit Nimbin, mate. I don't have the money to go, all right?
Not now, you don't. It's prime real estate.
I'd like Mardi Gras when that's on, you know? Not Mardi Gras, it's Mardi Gras.
You know, that's brought the red out a bit more, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Freight train.
Nah, it's just a suburban one.
I was going to say, here comes Thomas.
They like to honk at the train station and then honk outside our townhouses, you know?
Making sure you're awake.
Yeah. All right, that's all off.
Oh, yes. Yes, they grow it and smoke it. And
Yeah, they've got their own little thing going on there, I tell you.
not supposed to, but they do. But the problem is that all the hippies now have turned into capitalists.
Yeah. And that's where Hemp Party Australia has their head office.
Another place in Queensland called Corando, which I spent a bit of time in, and I went there again that was in 1973, and I went up there about 10 years ago, and they all own big mansions now, and they all own big mansions now, and drive Mercedes Benzes.
Has he run out of lacquer?
Sorry.
Has he run out of lacquer? He's gone to get hairspray. Oh, what film should I watch tonight?
Yeah. Yes, it's the most mismanaged resource that we have in Australia at the moment. Bob, too many fingers trying to do what they feel is the right thing and stuffing it up completely. Now, this is not a sarcastic comment, Rob, but do they have to put subtitles under it? Because I know a lot of our Australian films that went over, they had to either dub them with American accents or they had to put subtitles under it so that the Americans could understand us.
Hey, I'll just have to duck inside and make Amber some lunch. She's got a very bad back today.
All right, yeah, well, I might not be here because it's my lunchtime there, so.
I was going to say, I was just about to bounce as well because it's late.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming in anyway. I'm going to come back. I've just got to be a couple of minutes making her lunch. That's all.
All right.
Well.
See you later, Jay. See you later, Nick.
See you later, bud. If you're on early, next time I'll jump in.
No worries.
See ya.
Yes, I have to say good night too, so I'll catch you all later. Thank you for coming in. It's been a very pleasant morning, actually.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that, folks. Had to make my wife some lunch. So I'll give it a clear lacquer now. Thanks, Dr. Bob. Just got a clear to put on it now. And I'll leave it there for, I'll leave it here for 24 hours to let this cure a little bit, let the lacquer cure. I'm on a disability pension. I lucked out when it come to the DNA lucky strike, you know. Steve, how you going? Nick's just left and Robbo's just left. My occupation is going around finding free wood, taking it home and making something out of it. Well, it's coming up nice now. What's going on, Steve? Should pretty much do it for now. Let it dry. We'll let it dry, give it another couple of coats. My lathe's a bit disappointed. Why do you have to have one? What you're wearing. Sorry, folks, just had to go and help my wife with some stuff. You came back in another account? What are you on about? Stop being a bitch. I was talking to Steve, by the way, Dr. Bubba. I'll never talk to you like that. You ready for another one, are you? Who put that hair in there? Darn it. I'm going to have to stay there now. It's a goblet of some description. I'm just finishing it. I can't remember what Robbo called it. It was a bit funny. So I call it a goblet. Robbo calls it something else. Next, you can teach. Nah, I'm not very good at teaching. You need to see Robbo for that one. Dr. Bob. Glass of beer. Yeah. You most probably could. It comes down to about there. Like a good beer mug, wouldn't it? Yeah, it might be, eh? Steve, you might be right. Damn sight more right than what I'll ever be. See, out of all the colours, at least some of the little bit of the reds coming through just. Oh, sorry, the magenta, sorry. This was done with cosmetic dye. Cosmetic dye and metho. What you're making? Or what have you made, sorry? Your banana? I need one of your Temple Boy turning stickers too. No, I didn't think you would, eh? Said I'd try my luck. Yeah, you can get cosmetic dyes from candle shops where you buy supplies to make your own candles and stuff, or soap and stuff like that. Oh, come on. Nothing's a secret around here. One for the sticker board and one for my lathe, please, if you can. Anyone that sends me extra stickers, I've been putting them on my lathe these days. So when my lathe goes in for a service, their names get out there a little bit more. So I've got a fan down there. That's actually keeping my my motor cool down here, but it also blows past and hits the whatever workpiece I'm doing, so helps to dry things too. Bloody hell, Steve. There's that bloody ban button again. This is far out. This is far up as I can get this camera at the moment, so I just... Not too bad. Thanks. Thought I'd try some colours out for a change. Yeah, go there, Bob. Dr. Bob, definitely. See if they've got any out-of-date makeup you can have. Also, another good place to try is for ink. If you want to use ink for stains, tattoo parlors, their ink has a date on it, so you can get that for free too, if it's out of date. Cool. I grabbed some eyeshadow from a cheap shop here. It's called Cheap as Chips. Just a variety shop here. They had heaps of eyeshadow in little containers. They were like 10 cents each. So can't pass that up. It was gunmetal grey. Something different. All right. I'm going to do the scary part now. Okay. Do you have a particular wood you use to make your urns, or just any type? Is that better? You're still a whinging pom, aren't you? Huh? I'll remember that. All right? Tomorrow morning when I get up for your live. Is belly cam better? So here comes the part I don't really like. Maybe for Leona. That's why she's your earworm, is it? I'll put that same comment in yours and we'll see what reaction it gets, all right? Wow. Yeah, it's a good little business to have, really, isn't it? Got a blowfly hanging around me. He's keen. Go on, get inside the chuck, mate. He'll give you something to think about. This is the part I don't like. Yes, very much so. There we go. It's going to take me a long time to get used to doing that. That's kind of nerve-wracking. It's only nerve-wracking because I started the video, you know, and then started it, and it gets spend so much time on it. The last thing I need is for it to go twing, go flying off that way and smack into something. Yeah, not bad. The colour actually went through. Colour went through just slightly there, through on the grain. A little bit there. Oh, I did. Cheers, Steve. I did blue, a dark blue, and a magenta. Just mixed them with methylated spirits. My version of a stain because I'm too tight to buy it. Too tight to buy someone else's. So yeah, there's the bottom. Good thing the piff was off to the side. I'll colour that later. Colour it up in here and leave a rim down the bottom. I'll be on tomorrow, Bob. It's 11:55 a.m. here at the moment. I'll be on at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. So tomorrow it'll be in 35 minutes. if you just work out your time from that. So I got it pretty smooth down there, but then I got to this bit down here, and I was finding it really tricky because the tool was catching on the bottom piece. So I left a little tiny lip down in there. I'll show you the wood that came from. That come from this big chunk. Got me crutch piece here, look. Desert ash. The bleed. I think that's a bit of spalting, that little bit in there. Yeah, not bad at all. I'll just give it a light sand around the edge there where the parting tool peeled it out that little millimeter there. Not bad. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying my darndest to get it smooth all the way down the bottom, but that's really tricky. It's a lot trickier than I thought it was going to be because of the tool catching on there. And I got a skew, and I put it on its side and ran it slightly down there to try and take a nice fine cut out. Honestly, Dr. Bob, it didn't even occur to me to make a jam chuck, to be honest. I've made one for a bowl I made recently, but honestly, yeah, it's one of those things that just doesn't occur to me while I'm in the moment. Yeah, the first half a dozen goblets I made, I didn't even finish in there. I drilled out in there and went, woohoo, and started getting stuck into it. Then look back and it's like, I didn't finish in there, did I? So I'm sure Steve's waiting for this. Can you see it? Can you see your fucking bananas? I got resin pieces going all the way around it. What's going on with these guys? Since the van doesn't exist anymore, is the creator van no longer a thing? I concaved it in a little bit, Dr. Bob. So hopefully I could just take this here. I've got a sanding disc. One of these. I'll just knock off that little bit with this when I get some more discs for it. Can take it out of there and put it in my chuck. Yeah. If I had a beer, I'd chuck one in it, Dr. Bob, to be honest. The only alcohol we got in this house is vodka. Yeah, well, at least now when lockdown and everything goes down, Steve, at least you can have your website and go, well, all those kits you've just tried are now available here. And then at least you don't have to keep so much on your person as say, All right, thanks for coming in, guys. I'm gonna head off now. Go and have some lunch. I'll make sure the wife's not doing anything silly, like bending over when she shouldn't be bending over with a bad back, Do appreciate you coming in. Don't forget to hit the like. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. All right, take it easy, guys. How does it go? Bye! Bye! You're all fucking bananas. I just chucked that in. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. It's the world coming to.